Pluto, an exciting dwarf planet, is one of the most fascinating celestial bodies in our solar system. We want to share real images of Pluto and provide you with background information and important facts about this former planet. Pluto was once classified as a planet and considered an integral part of our planetary system. However, in 2006, the professional world revised its definition of planets, which led to Pluto being reclassified as a dwarf planet. Since then, like many other planets and moons, the celestial body has been named after a figure from Roman mythology. Here, the deity Pluto describes the ruler of the underworld. The first space probe to explore the immediate vicinity of the dwarf planet was named New Horizons by NASA. Launched on January 19, 2006, the spacecraft approached Pluto at a distance of up to 12,500 kilometers during its mission. New Horizons was able to gather important information about the dwarf planet and took images that show Pluto in all its galactic beauty. Pluto's discovery and naming with certainty is known to humans since February 18, 1930. Although scientists suspected the existence of the celestial body for a longer period of time, it took about 25 years before their thesis could be substantiated with facts by comparing numerous photographs of the sky. Astronomers at the Lowell Observatory in the U.S. city of Flagstaff were the first to discover the celestial body and had the privilege of naming it. The fact that the dwarf planet was finally baptized the Roman god of the underworld, however, is due to the then 11-year-old Venetia Burney. The experts were so impressed by the girl's name proposal that they immediately made it official. Pluto is a dwarf planet that is far from the Sun with an equatorial diameter of approximately 2,377 kilometers. Pluto is a dwarf planet with a diameter of 2,374 kilometers, which is significantly smaller than our planet's moon with a diameter of around 3,474 kilometers. It is located in the so-called Kuiper Belt, a remote region within our solar system where an estimated 70,000 galactic objects cavort. Pluto itself is the oldest known celestial body in the Kuiper Belt. While our blue home planet needs a year or 365 days to fully orbit the fixed star of our planetary system, Pluto needs a much longer period of time. In fact, it takes an incredible 248 years before the dwarf planet has ever orbited the Sun. The days on Pluto are also much longer than on our Earth. While we define an earthly day as a period of 24 hours, a Pluto day lasts 153 hours. The spatial distance between Pluto and the Sun, which amounts to about 6 billion kilometers, not only provides the giant orbit of the dwarf planet, but naturally, it also has a direct influence on the climate of the celestial body. Because Pluto is so far away from the fixed star in our solar system, the surface of the dwarf planet will never be warmer than -218 degrees Celsius. If one were to look up into the sky on Pluto, the Sun would not appear as a large, clearly delineated disk, but merely as one of the countless small stars in the firmament, the hidden heavenly body. Due to its position, Pluto only receives very little sunlight, making it difficult to recognize the dwarf planet from Earth. In fact, it is not possible to locate the celestial body without technical aids. Despite this, Pluto is still the brightest known representative of the Kuiper Belt, before a few more celestial bodies were discovered that clearly resembled Pluto in size, characteristics, and composition. Researchers once assumed that the former planet was originally a moon of Neptune. Today, we know that Pluto probably originated together with the Kuiper Belt, which was formed from remnants that emerged during the formation of the outer planetary system. Pluto is a solid celestial body whose mass consists mainly of rock and water ice. Its surface area is around 17.6 million square kilometers, roughly the size of the South American continent. While scientists once thought that Pluto was once a moon of Neptune, we now know that the dwarf planet itself has at least 5 natural satellites, the largest of all Pluto moons being Charon. Before the first spacecraft reached the immediate vicinity of Pluto, several years had passed. It was the NASA probe of New Horizons that first took a closer look at the celestial body. In the following, we would like to inform you about the large-scale mission of the renowned space agency, the New Horizons project of NASA. The New Horizons mission is part of NASA's overall New Frontiers program, a large-scale project aimed at exploring our solar system in detail with unmanned aerial vehicles. New Horizons became the first probe to reach the close vicinity of the dwarf planet Pluto, making the mission goals all the more important. When New Horizons left the Earth's surface on January 19, 2006, Pluto was still considered a full planet. However, the new classification for the dwarf planet followed only in August of the same year. The goals of the New Horizons mission were to take a detailed look at the geological features of Pluto and its moon Charon. Mapping the surface of the dwarf planet was also a key part of the project. Additionally, the atmosphere of the celestial body was to be investigated. The New Horizons probe was expected to provide mankind with high-resolution images of our neighbor for the first time, providing the first real images of Pluto. On April 15, 2015, NASA published the first detailed photo of the dwarf planet Pluto and its moon Charon. This was only the beginning of a series of countless images that helped scientists understand the surface properties of the celestial body more precisely. NASA's space probe succeeded in mapping the dwarf planet and its largest moon extensively, and the missile also provided important information about the climate and nature of Pluto. Pluto's atmosphere is enigmatic because it does not have a steady atmosphere. It only forms when the dwarf planet falls below a certain distance from the Sun. From this point on, the ice on the surface of the celestial body begins to melt and form a thin atmosphere around it, consisting mainly of nitrogen. However, when Pluto moves away from the Sun, the substances in the atmosphere freeze. A photograph taken during the mission shows a stunning heart-shaped object on the surface of Pluto, which is essentially a gigantic glacier. The area consists largely of frozen nitrogen, and because of its sheer mass, the glacier once caused the dwarf planet's axis rotation to change. In combination with the tidal forces acting on Pluto through the moon Charon, the axis of Pluto tilted slightly over time. However, this massive glacier is only one of many. Dozens more glaciers have been discovered by New Horizons. Pluto is one of the few celestial bodies in our solar system where the existence of glaciers has been proven. Other measurement results suggest that beneath Pluto's surface, there could be a huge ocean of liquid water hidden under a layer of ice about 4 kilometers thick. Thanks to the images of the New Horizons probe, we now know that the surface of the dwarf planet is adorned by countless craters, canyons, and mountains. The largest mountains on Pluto reach a height of about 3.5 kilometers. The Pluto Mountains resemble the Rocky Mountains in North America in terms of their dimensions. Experts also suspect that there was once immense volcanic activity on Pluto. However, the volcanic eruptions on Pluto were very different from the natural spectacles we know from our Earth. On our planet, the eruption of a volcano is accompanied by the appearance of boiling hot lava. In contrast, the volcanoes on Pluto are said to have spewed ice-cold water, which then froze on the surface of the celestial body. Charon, the largest moon of Pluto, was able to astound scientists with its unusual geological composition. Just like Pluto, its natural satellite is said to have been affected by numerous ice-cold volcanic eruptions, which played an important role in the development of the moon's surface. The two smaller Pluto moons, Nix and Hydra, astonished experts because of their strong reflections. Experts therefore assume that the water ice on these natural satellites must be exceptionally pure for the future of New Horizons. Although the NASA space probe has long since passed Pluto, the mission of the unmanned spacecraft vehicle has not yet reached its end. At present, the Sun is on its way to the outermost regions of our planetary system, where it's expected to penetrate previously unexplored regions. NASA's New Horizons mission to Pluto was a groundbreaking achievement in space exploration. The mission provided us with a wealth of new information about Pluto, its moons, and the Kuiper Belt. Some of the key findings from the mission include: Pluto is much more complex and diverse than we previously thought. The dwarf planet has a wide range of geological features, including mountains, valleys, and glaciers. Pluto has an atmosphere that is much more extensive than we expected. The atmosphere is made up of nitrogen, methane, and other gases, and it extends much farther into space than Pluto itself. The mission also provided us with our first close-up views of Pluto's moons, including Charon, Nix, Hydra, Kerberos, and Styx. These moons are much more varied in their appearance and composition than we previously thought. New Horizons also gave us a better understanding of the Kuiper Belt, a region of space beyond Neptune that is home to many small icy objects. The mission provided us with our first close-up views of some of these objects, including 2014 MU-69, nicknamed Ultima Thule. Overall, the New Horizons mission was a tremendous success that greatly expanded our knowledge of the outer solar system. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And it would be great if you could share your thoughts in the comments.